High levels of solar activity continued throughout the night. Day 4 is persisting to be a lot of pressure here streaming into our planet. We reached well over 1,000 kilometers per second in our solar winds. Our solar wind influences dipped from KP9 and KP8 severe strong storm levels into KP7 and KP6. We are now resting into those active G1 to G2 geomagnetic storm levels. Today we will experience a decrease in our solar wind environment, reaching into those KP6 and KP7 levels, keeping us into a strong G3 geomagnetic storm as we decrease on the 14th and the 15th, also into those active G1 minor geomagnetic storm levels. In the high latitude areas, we will be able to see an aurora. Here's tonight's aurora forecast, so you may be able to see some of those auroras yet again today, but as we go throughout the week, they will decrease. We will continue having enhanced solar wind environments and a glancing blow from a CME that left on the 12th. Reaching periods of a G2 to a G3 strong geomagnetic storm today and into tomorrow. Active region 3664 gave us another X-class flare. Associated with this was a Type 2 and a Type 4 radio sweep along with a 10 flare. That region also produced an M6.66 coronal mass ejection. Further analysis is ongoing. However, with the far southwest location, it will most likely be directed mostly away from Earth. Within the next 2 days, region 3664 will head off of the western limb of our sun. This region is still in beta, delta, and gamma configuration. It has went down in size because of the location of it. Proton level has went down a little bit, although X-class flare percentage is pretty high up there. It is still a highly complex magnetic region. A new region on our sun, 3676, is Earth-directed and changed into a highly complex region. This new region does not have any percentages available or flare probabilities until later in the day, beta, delta, and gamma configuration, although it is small in size. Our proton flux is expected to remain elevated with additional proton enhancements in those S1 minor solar radiation storms on the 13th through the 14th. It is likely to increase to high levels from the 14th to the 15th due to the flare probabilities from 3664. We have a new region that is going to be popping onto the eastern limb of our sun in the next coming of days. We will be able to see how complex this region right here is. Very large in size, although it may be a skeleton of a region. Our Schumann resonance remains to be very stable and very quiet. A little bit of density that is coming in. And the frequency of Earth is still raised at a 7.98 and climbing. And you may still be experiencing some high-level ascension symptoms, solar radiation from the high frequencies that are streaming into our planet, and these may persist throughout the day in the next coming of days as you settle into the new higher frequencies. That was quite a weekend. So much energy was impacting the Earth, influencing humanity, and really triggering some people who needed to dispel a lot of darkness. Maybe things were brought to the forefront, which is a good thing because you need to go on with our new chapter. We have our sun that is meeting up with Uranus today, which means that is going to trigger you into wanting to make some really big changes. Today, there's going to be a lot of clarity that is going to be gained, a lot of new insights and information where there was information that you really didn't have at that moment in time. However, you are getting that today, which means that you are reaching new levels of consciousness, especially with the high frequencies that are coming in. We're shifting our moods today, which is going to help us find these newfound realizations within ourselves. And although that our moon is still in Cancer, it will shift today into Leo energy, which is really, really good because it's going to help us keep ourselves heart aligned. It is going to push us into new levels and activate a lot of that bravery and courage that we really need to make these changes, because we need that Leo energy in order to create this new chapter, this new path of our lives in order to move forward on our soul's mission. So let me know, how did you guys handle the energy? Those who are very sensitive to energies, how did you handle the energy? Were you completely wiped out? Were you doing human zoomies? because there's a lot of energy that can just be stored in our bodies when higher frequencies come in. And in order to integrate that, you really need to rest and just don't react and keep that close inside of yourself. You need to let the energy flow. The more that you strain against it, the harder it is going to fight back. And it's not going to feel that wonderful. And your ascension symptoms will increase along with your anxiety. So basically, if you're going with the flow and just allowing whatever is going to happen to just unfold within itself, you're going to have a lot of an easier time adjusting to the new higher frequencies. And as long as you are dispelling in a very healthy way, we'll say a healthy way, because we don't need bullshit. We don't need overly emotional reactions within situations. We need to be civil. We need to reach higher levels of consciousness, and we need to be nicer to pretty much everybody, even though, somebody may have done X, Y, and Z to you. Yes, I understand, but you need to go through this process of forgiveness. Yes, it's really hard. It's not easy, but you need to forgive yourself and you need to forgive others in order to move on. There's a lot of stuff that is going to come yet again into the forefront, and you need to dispel that in a healthy way. So here's our new path. Here's our new direction. Which direction are you going? Let me know in the comments. Love ya.